United have slapped a record price on Kobbie Mainoo. Headline bait? Maybe. But the market for a press-proof Premier League midfielder is brutal. And United's number actually tells you how INEOS want to build the squad. United's midfield finally has a profile it lacked for years. A homegrown number 6'8" who receives under pressure, turns out of traffic, and moves play into the penalty spot band without Hollywood balls. When a player like that emerges at 19, valuation stops being about comps and starts being about replacement cost. The moment interest spikes across Europe, clubs choose a lane. Sell at peak or price for not for sale. United picked the second lane. Recent Premier League midfield deals set the floor, not the ceiling. Deals for elite 6'8s have crossed the 9-figure threshold when age, contract length, and scarcity align. Add the homegrown tax in registration rules and you understand why the number attached to Mainoo reads like a record. It isn't a sales pitch. It's a deterrent. Mainoo's value begins with reception angles. He opens his body on the half turn, invites pressure, and then breaks the first line with a 3-touch exit. Receive, protect, play. That skill doesn't light up highlight reels. It erases danger before it exists. United's build becomes calmer because Zone 14 giveaways disappear. He plays in straight lines when tempo demands it, and in diagonals when pressure sets, which is why the team looks 10 yards higher with him in the 11. Watch his first contact when the nearest opponent is inside 2 meters. It's soft, forward-oriented, and rarely panicked. He drops the shoulder to shift the pressing angle, then carries into space long enough to commit a second defender. That second commitment is the unlock. Once 2 bite, United find the free man. You can buy speed or size in every window. You can't buy this composure at 19 very often. His passing is not volume hungry. He chooses value. Wall passes that bounce a 10 into the lane, disguised. Slips between center back and full back, and steady circulation when the press is set. He trims the team's bad possessions, those hopeful verticals that feed counters. On the other end, his delayed penalty box entries are measured. He arrives as the cutback option, not as a chaos runner, which keeps rest defense intact. Defensively, he plays on cues rather than lunges. When the ball travels wide, he checks the back post lane. When it goes inside, he drops onto the receiver's far foot to block the bounce. He wins possession by arriving, not diving. That timing is why he fouls rarely and yet breaks rhythm constantly. In a 3-4-2-1, this discipline lets wingbacks choose moments without leaving the 6-yard highway open. INEOS want to reduce churn. Mainoo's combination, homegrown, press-proof, multi-role, pre-prime, saves 2 signings, a tempo 6 for big games and a connective 8 for open ones. His wage profile versus impact is a competitive gift. Every season you keep him is millions you. Don't spend just to stand still. That's why the number reads record. You aren't just buying a midfielder, you're buying the plan. Hidden angles matter. Homegrown quotas shape squads. Selling an elite HG mid forces you to overpay to replace both quality and status. Even if you bank a huge fee, reinvestment brings friction, settling time, fit, variance, while weakening first phase build. And at 19, he already alters tempo. In 3 years, you're looking at an anchor who also sets standards Monday to Friday. Suitors will still test the stance because 9-figure checks sometimes meet a financial moment. But this is precisely the season United needs stability at the base. Casemiro's minutes must be managed. Bruno's risk needs a safety valve. And the front line depends on clean feeds, not chaos, to hit early crossing windows. In Amorim's 3-4-2-1, Mainoo is the hinge. Out of possession, he holds the central lane, while the near side 10 jumps the half space. In possession, he chooses 2+2 box or 3+1, which decides where the press meets the ball and whether opponents can trap on the sideline. The reason United look more secure when protecting a lead is often invisible. The 6 moves 5 yards earlier. No player is flawless. He can be conservative after halftime when games beg for incision. He sometimes turns into pressure near the touchline. But those are growth edges, not red flags. The baseline, clean receptions, disciplined positioning. Smart progression is already senior starter level. Sustainability rules act like a soft cap. Minutes from the academy are gold. Churn is costly. Keeping Mainoo is cap management. You allocate big wages to rare profiles elsewhere because your midfield glue is elite and affordable. So is the price deterrent or fair? Both. The tag ends phone calls early and reflects the reality that finding a 19-year-old who secures first phase, ignites second phase, and protects rest defense is close to impossible. If United are serious about identity, Mainoo isn't. A sale. He's the thesis. United haven't just rated him highly, they've priced the cost of replacing Calm, which is always expensive. The question is whether rivals will fund your project or leave you to build it.